So the second game we have in this episode is Modern Art, the classic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The classic, designed by Mr. Knizia, artist, a whole bunch of people, and you all play the Simon version, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yep. Eric, give us the rundown.
All right, on this one is a game for 3 to 5 players. You play as a museum buying and selling artwork. You have a board in the middle of the table that has 5 different artists. You play 4 different rounds, and every round you're going to give value to the most sought after paintings. And those are the ones that you present out to auction during this game. It is a auction game at its heart because you're just doing a lot of different auctions. So everybody's going to get a certain amount of cards depending on the player count. On your turn, you're going to pick one of those cards and play it, and it will tell you, on it is for a specific artist. So all of them are going to be color-coded as well. You know, the red artist, the yellow artist, and whatnot. So the different types of auctions available is an open auction, where everybody, you know, can bid out of turn. You know, I'll pay 5 for it. Matt, he's going to pay 10. Tim, you know, comes in, he's going to pay 15, and so forth. So he keeps on going until everybody just bows out. Another type of auction is a one-offer auction. So if I was an auctioneer, it'll go to my left. Tim would make one offer, and he only has one chance to do this. And it goes around the table. Everybody else can up that the bid price or pass, and then it goes to whoever pays the most for it. Then there's a hidden auction where everybody bids hidden in their hand. They put their hand out. Whoever puts out the most money wins the card. There's a fixed price auction where the auctioneer gets to determine the price of that card. If no one pays for it, though, they have to pay for it. So in this one, you can only put it as much as money that you have between your behind your screen. And then the last card is a double auction card. If you play that card, you add another card of the same artist, and then you do that auction, and you auction off both cards at the same time. So each round ends when there is 5 of one type of artist out, and then you give value to the artist that's been played that round. So also on the 5th card, you don't auction off that card, but it does count to who was most sought after. So if yellow had 5 cards out, it would give a $30,000 token. Second place gets a $20,000 token. Third place gets a $10,000 token. And then you have to sell all your cards that you have that round, or that you bought that round during the auction phase. If it didn't make a value that round, it's worth 0. You still have to sell it for 0. You're going to do this for 4 rounds, and in subsequent rounds, if in that round they were a value of 30, 20, or 10, you get to add previous values to it. So if they were first this round, they'll be worth 30,000, and in a prior round they were second. They was worth 20,000. So in this round you can sell it for 50. Otherwise, if they didn't make a value this round, you have to sell it for no value. You play 4 rounds, and then whoever has the most money wins.
Matt, did you get a chance to check this one out?
Yes.
This game is awesome. Wow.
Yeah, it looked fun.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Reiner Knizia games is they're basically just math fests in the shape of components. And this is kind of similar, but, well, no, actually, this is not similar at all. This is pretty much all driven by the players. But the fact
all
that
the values are driven by the players and how much you want to actually pay for it.
Yeah.
And depending on how well you are or how strategic you are, we weren't being too strategic because we were like, well, you're not gonna make a buck. You know, it's worth 30. I'll pay 29 and make a buck.
Obviously, that's not the best
You're giving
strategy.
the other player that money, though.
Right.
Yes.
So we kind of just played that way during our playthrough. That's just kind of how it went. But really, you don't really want to do that in this game because you are giving that player basically 30 points.
Yeah,
30,000.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's catching them up pretty well.
And you're, in turn, only making yourself 1,000.
Yes.
So in reality, that wasn't the best way for us to do it, but we kind of consistently did it throughout. So
if I summarize my thoughts on this game, it goes like this. If the game only had one auctioning method, boring.
Right.
But the fact that it has like basically every auctioning method other than Dutch auction, it makes it so good. You're familiar with Dutch auction? Like, it's basically everybody holds their hands up, and the auctioneer will count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as people don't like that price, they lower their hand.
The last person with their hand up gets it.
Yeah, you can't go back in.
So it's a chicken.
Yeah,
it's basically chicken, the auction game. Yes. If it had that, it would literally have like every auctioning in the game. It's awesome. So I just really, really enjoyed this one. Like, I like auction games to a degree, right? I think so.
yeah, some of them.
Well, that's what's kind of weird because usually I don't because I don't know how to value things a lot of times. But this one actually looks pretty neat. It's almost kind of got like a stock market kind of feel to it.
Yes.
You know, so it's got a lot going on, and yeah, it looks pretty neat.
Because you don't know exactly how it's going to end out, but you do know what cards are in front of you.
Right, exactly.
And on your turn, you get to kind of decide, I'm going to try to, I have red cards in front of me, from red artists. I'm going to play a red card to close it out because it'll bump up that values.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good. I saw that you were looking at Master's Gallery.
Master's Gallery it's
different, right?
It's different, yeah. Correct. It looks like there's no auction mechanism in that game. You're playing out cards. It has a similar feel, I think, but it's not going to be the same.
It's sad. All right, it gives me a reason to go get this one.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's a good, like, I feel like the cards were probably too big for what they needed to be.
Yeah, you don't need huge cards.
Yeah,
right. You kind of... you could kind of play it up, and it's like, oh, I got this awesome painting. It's of a redheaded girl.
That's good for like one game, and then it's like, okay, stop it.
Yeah,
that's like role play. Well, I was gonna say it's like role playing in Sheriff of Nottingham. Eventually, you're like, you know what? I got 2 chickens, but because there's not really that many different artworks in the game. So if you play it like 2 or 3 times, it's like, what else are you going to come up with a spiel on this one artwork piece?
Yeah.
So,
well, I would say every card has different artwork.
What I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
they're all okay,
and they're oversized. I mean, it's a plus. I wouldn't put it in the negative category. I would say it is a plus, unneeded, but it was nice.
I guess some people are going to be interested in buying the artwork metaphorically or whatever.
Mm-hmm. There is, I believe this might be like a 3rd edition. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this edition has different artwork than the previous editions. If that matters to you.
If that matters. If you want to, I wonder if they're all the same card size. You can just, there's no reason to include them.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good, it is kind of different than his normal games, I would think.
Yeah,
because his normal games are very math. This doesn't really have any math to it, other than the fact that
I don't know. I kind of disagree on the math. It's a lot about the math because you're kind of speculating on what it's
right, but he's not.
Worth,
what
maybe?
I mean is he didn't design a game using his PhD or whatever.
No,
where he's like, all right, this is valued at this, and if you do this, it should be worth about 3 points. And this, what I'm saying? Like,
right.
The game isn't driven through mathematics. This game, the players bring the mathematics to the game.
Sure.
I think that's the difference. It's like typically he's designing a game where he basically looks and sees only numbers moving around on a board where we see components.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it's components, but we make up the numbers.
Right.
So it's got a lot of math basically in valuation of stock style math,
right?
But it's not that he designed the values of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean by it's different,
right? You're not going to move around piece and get 2 points designs, and maybe maximize and get 3 points on moving this other piece.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. He's pretty known for. He just makes a game that is so behind the mathematics that it works.
Mm-hmm.
So. Well, anyway, it was good.
Yeah.
Eric owns this too, right?
Correct.
This was yours? Yeah.
Right.
We can play it again, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Anything else?
No, I liked it.
I liked it too. I'm pretty saddened that Master's Gallery is not the same because I do own that, which is, I bought it for $2. It was great.
It was probably pretty good.
Hopefully. We'll play it too.
Yeah.
It does not look as good.
No. Small box.
Yeah. Well, no, the cards.
And on the card and the artwork is...
it's very bland and dated. But anyway, that is modern art.